as always, and this time, thank you for tuning into my 3088th edition of Short-Term Trading Live with Oscar Carboni. Traders, thank you for tuning in as always. Tonight we have some great stuff, but we need to remind you of something in every video before we ever talk about trading, and that is risk. Please put your protective stops in, put them in first in any exchange that allows you to do that. In other words, if you want to buy something, first put your protective stop in where you would take the loss, then go buy. If you want to short something, first put your protective buy stop in, then you can go short. You'll live a lot longer in this business if you do that. What's happening for trading on June 16th, which is a Wednesday, 2026? Today, this is day 2 of a 2-day Fed meeting. A decision will be announced on Wednesday. Fed meeting. Very important stuff. Why? We have a new Fed governor, right? A new Fed chairman, actually. New Fed chairman. What he says and what he does will absolutely differ in some way from Jerome, from Powell, right? So we're going to have to see what he's got to say. And then there's a press conference tomorrow afternoon. In that press conference, some language may shift from the language of the past Fed, chairman. So this is going to be important tomorrow. Number 2 on the board. NASDAQ, even the S&P need to fill their gaps below. I spent the entire day since this morning doing a live YouTube, live TikTok, live Twitter, and the whole day I showed a chart with gaps to be filled with big arrows pointing. You know what I mean? We're filling gaps in even the S&P and NASDAQ. I'll show you some great charts about that. Even the S&P and NASDAQ, Russell does not have a gap. YM does not have a gap. Even the S&P and NASDAQ are the only 2 with gaps. I want you to keep that in mind. Number 3 on the board. Let's talk about commodity inflation. Same question I brought to you in the last video. Will it last? Traders, I am here to tell you no, no, no. In the last video, I showed you all the commodities pointing down. Then I showed you the commodity index pointing down. Now I'm going to show you something. Many of you know me for decades. You know I'm pretty damn good at making long-term calls in crude. This chart basically shows you the equilibrium zone of where crude creates a problem for the market and when crude alleviates the problems for the market. We got here straight up, created all kinds of problems for the stock market. Look at where we are now. We are getting back underneath the equilibrium zone, and that helps the stock markets. We're going to talk about that in a few moments. Omni Phoenix is just doing really well. We will rise, baby. It made all-time highs over the weekend. It's basically sitting right near them now. OMNIX, we love what you're doing. If you have not gotten into the Omni Phoenix, get yourselves into Omni Phoenix. You'll see the chart. You'll understand why. Make sure you grab those Omni Phoenix tokens. I will be there to protect you. The OMNIX around the world, we're protecting each other. Any of you holders that have been in since the beginning that have lots, sit tight, kids. We're going 10x on this. Slowly, we're going to 10x organically, legally, properly, the same way we do everything here at the Omni Trading Academy. You guys know me since the 80s. You know me. We're going to slowly continue to move this coin up to 10 million, 15 million, nice and easy. OMNIX have been in for a long time. There's no need for you to get out now. Take the ride with Oscar. I will contact all of you through your emails when it is time for us to do some sort of rotation to take some profit so it doesn't impede upon the price of the Omni Phoenix token. Make sure in this video, in every video, I keep asking, please send me your email addresses. If you're in the Omni Phoenix, I would like your Pump.fun address. I'll give you a Pump.fun username. Give me a way to contact you back. Hopefully your telephone number will be there, your name and your email address. I have no idea of knowing who's in the Omni Phoenix unless you come to me. I will put you in a database, and I promise anyone in that database will not be left out of any decisions that we make as a crowd. Get your Omni Phoenix tokens. It is flying right below this video. You can find out where to grab it. It's on any exchange. The link for it is right below. Get your Omni Phoenix. The OMNIX around the world are doing this, and we're all here to protect one another, and we will protect you. So, on the board, second day of a 2-day Fed meeting, decision will be made. The information, the language in the press conference will really be dramatic for us. You'll see that. We're going to fill those gaps underneath in even the S&P and NASDAQ. I'll show you, but they're not. The markets are not in that much trouble. This remains on my board, kids. Do not fall in love with the downside. Remains on my board. Don't listen to anyone else. I've been calling this perfectly for you with the weekly charts, keeping you in tune, telling you don't listen to anyone. Remember, this is a weekly chart. That weekly chart work, that was all last week leading up to now. Just keep following the analysis in these videos. Why? I am a pure chart analyst. I do not use any thoughts that Oscar's crazy brain may come up with to decide whether we're buying or selling. That is not me. The charts and the Omni are the only thing we use that is purer than anything else I know. And I promise you we will get through this rough and tumble week like we get through every other. We're going to talk about commodity inflation. On the board it says copper and crude oil are the only two holdouts. Copper is the only one left. You just saw the chart of crude. We're already down. In fact, I've got a target. I'm going to give you a target in this video for crude on the downside, so be ready during the chart segment. Great stuff going on. So to reiterate, we're going to fill gaps. We're going to talk about commodity inflation. Crude oil is already coming off that list. Omni Phoenix flies, 2 days of a Fed meeting, very exciting stuff, very exciting charts. I'm going to show them to you right now. Please remember this. Put those stops in first, like I said. Please join me at livewithoscar.com. It is a free live trading room and no credit cards are required. If you come to livewithoscar.com, you will simply click on register. You'll answer a few questions. That email will then go off to your spam, most likely. Sometimes it makes it to your email. Sometimes it goes to spam. Remember, you haven't needed a credit card or anything, right? Send the email back and come join me in my live trading room at livewithoscar.com. I'm also now live streaming every day on YouTube. I'm live streaming on Twitter. I'm live streaming in my trading room. I'm live streaming on Pump.fun. And I'm live streaming on TikTok every day. You guys want to join me? Hang out with me every day. This is Live with Oscar, not Live with Oscar. Make sure you do that. What else is going on? Mikey, my son Mikey's been doing great. He's making courtesy calls all over the planet. He's calling all of our Omniacs. And you've been so nice to him, Omniacs. Thank you so much. He's such a great kid. He's working so hard. He's the best phone call guy I've ever had. He's so polite. And he knows the Omni really well. So you've been nice to him. He's obviously going to call you. He's calling everyone on our list. Please accept Mikey's calls. If you see a number from Las Vegas, take the call. Mikey's a great kid. Make sure you speak to him. He's not trying to sell you anything. But, you know, let's stay in touch with each other. We're all Omniacs, one big community. It's a great thing when we stay in touch with one another. Make sure you answer your phones. So you're going to subscribe to these videos, right? You're going to leave comments below these videos, and you're going to buy the Omni Phoenix token. And we're not going to do anything tomorrow unless we see what happens with the Fed meeting in the fiat markets. Now, I will tell you this. I've got such a perfect trade set up to go short that I might put us in it anyway if it gets there. We'll see. It's so damn good I can't get away from it. I'll make that decision if we get there. It's got to be hours and hours before any Fed decision. If it happens early enough, we might take the trade. It looks fantastic. I'll keep tabs. You'll get a Flash 8 update from me, of course, if we're going to take that trade. So, traders, I got some great charts I want to show you now that will basically make sense out of the things on the board and show you what I want in your heads for trading on Wednesday. All right, traders, so now we're going to say a little mantra together, and then we're going to go look at some great charts. Are you with me? 1, 2, 3. Stop, sir. Emotions are rock and roll. Traders, come to Live with Oscar. And now let's go look at some charts. Traders, this is the chart I left in front of my Omniac's eyes for the entire day today, live streaming, as this red bar just kept getting closer and closer and closer to getting into the gap area. I think tonight to tomorrow we fill that gap. Now, have the markets topped out? Is this a double top? Is the world going to have a heart attack? What's going to happen? Let's keep looking at charts and we'll see. So gap fill expected. 29,230 is the bottom of the gap fill. Let's see what happens in NASDAQ. Then we're going to look at E-mini S&P. Same thing going on, right? Now, E-mini S&P, of all the markets I know, it loves to fill its gaps. This is a lock that it's going to go fill that gap. Does it happen the very next day? Not always, but it doesn't take long for S&P to go fill its gaps. It's a rare occasion that this market, of all the markets, leaves a gap unfilled, a very rare occasion. So we know that's going to fill its gap. Now let's keep looking. Before you start to get too nervous, there's no gap at all on this chart. This is the Russell 2000. There's no gap there. It's not backfilling. It's basically just, it's not trying to fill a gap. It's just coming back while NASDAQ and S&P fills their gaps. If you look at YM, the mini Dow, there's no gap there either. So these markets do not look bad. They left the gap. They need to go fill that gap. Is there any reason why they should go down? Well, let's keep looking. Right now, I'll tell you, there was only one major reason why the stock market was having trouble going up. This guy was giving it trouble. I just showed you that equilibrium chart, right? Let me put this in front of your eyes again for just a moment. This equilibrium chart, I've used this for years for you Omniacs. This is the level that it gives the market trouble. This is the level that alleviates the trouble. Look at where we are now. We are here. Trouble is getting alleviated. Really, the only big problem we had in the market, inflation wasn't so bad anymore. I've shown you many inflationary charts that are deflationary, but it was crude. Well, look at crude. We just nailed that 75 target. The next target is 70.50. 70.50. July crude. That's our next target. That's where we should head down to. Told you relief was coming. Knock, knock, knock. You've seen this for 2 straight weeks, didn't you? And there we are. Round of applause for ass-kicking analysis, kids. That is just great stuff. What's next? More relief. Why? Well, this is the 30-year bond market. And I have shown you many times, we went into a big head and shoulders, then we had a drop, which was bad juju, straight down. But then we started to hold and go back up, and that's good juju. Why? Because when 30-year bonds are going in this direction, interest rates are moving up. When 30-year bonds are going in this direction, interest rates are moving down. So we want bonds to be going up. This is good juju, bad juju, good juju. We're in a good juju mode right now, right? It's looking good. It got above this high. I like what I see in the bonds. That's helping. Crude is helping. Inflation is dropping because I showed you all the inflationary charts. Well, here is a picture of all those inflationary charts I showed you over the last week. This is all of them grouped together as one, as an index. The BCOM, the Bloomberg Commodity Index. This is what's happening to inflation right now. And this doesn't even show you what happened with crude today. We had crude in, it's even lower. This is now becoming the measure of commodity deflation. If there's commodity deflation and the price of crude has finally gone down, that will help propel the stock markets later. That's what it does. Eventually it will drive the stock market higher. Then there's this. If you're really worried still, and I haven't convinced you that we're just going to go fill the gaps and hold, look at how great this NASDAQ weekly chart came back. This was the star chart all last week, remember? Don't forget, this is a weekly chart. That's all I kept saying. That was the name of my videos last week. Don't forget the weekly, because the weekly took us right back in the saddle, and we're all the way up here. That's on the weekly. The dailies are moving down a little. The weeklies look fine right now. And then I will show you this. The Omni Phoenix, baby. I wasn't kidding, was I? Look at this thing go. You couldn't ask for a better vehicle. It doesn't just go straight up. That would be scary. It's slowly just moving higher and higher. Channels now go in this direction. They used to go in this upwards direction. They're getting more steep. More Omniacs around the world are joining. Thank you for everything you do. The Omniacs that are in this, there's no need to sell it now, kids. We're all going to take a nice elevator ride to the 10th floor, the 15th floor, and at some point I'll send out some emails and we'll take turns rotating as a crowd so nobody loses value. It's all one fantastic plan. All of us Omniacs are in it. I thank everything that you do, Omniacs. If you haven't gotten in the Omni Phoenix, Omni PHX, get in. Coinbase, Pump.fun, most exchanges, buy your Omni Phoenix. It's still cheap, but it won't stay. And then I've had Omniacs ask me many times about NVIDIA. And what I've told them is that NVIDIA, the way I do technical analysis, I don't like it at the moment. I don't like it below this average. I don't like it in this channel, heading towards the bottom of it now after failing at the top. It only got out of this channel 1 bar and ended up settling that day inside the channel. I don't like NVIDIA here. NVIDIA is a fantastic company, but I will tell you this. NVIDIA was almost sitting out there alone as far as supplying this AI revolution with chips. But we've got factories going up all over this country. And, you know, NVIDIA eventually is going to feel a little bit of competition. Maybe, just maybe, that's what we're seeing. Now, you would have called this a bull flag, but it's starting to get to the point that the flag itself is longer than the pole, and if that becomes the case, it's not a bull flag. It still has a little chance to be one, kids. I'm not going to count it out, but I think we're heading to the bottom of this channel, if you ask me. Anything's possible, but I've had an Omniac ask me if I'd put NVIDIA in my next video. For that Omniac, here is my opinion. I would be a seller of rallies for now, unless it can prove itself above that channel. Traders, I hope this helps. I want to see all of you at my free live trading room. It's absolutely free to you. Go to livewithoscar.com. One last thing, a shout out to Yaya Diamond. Thank you, baby. That was a fantastic AMA this afternoon. Yaya Diamond, the Dream Chasers Radio. Thank you so much. As soon as I get the link to that interview, I will link it underneath this video. Thank you so much, Yaya.